summer dessert your family will love. Coming right up on Weekend at the Cottage. Welcome to Weekend at the Cottage. I'm Nick Manojlovic. Today it's all about a family recipe, my mom's beautiful blueberry cake. As a kid, I ate it a lot. I still do to this day. Hopefully you, your family, and friends will enjoy it as much as the Manojlovic clan does. Before I start the recipe, how about an invitation? Head to our website. When you're visiting our website, subscribe to it. Look for us on our dedicated YouTube channel. You can subscribe to it as well. And then finally, find us on your favorite social media platforms like Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I expect you're gonna fall in love with this cake in no time. Easy to prepare, but truly, it's all about the fabulous flavor of a blueberry cake. Before starting the recipe, we're gonna do a couple of things. First, our oven goes to 350 degrees to preheat. Second, we're taking 2 pints of blueberries. If you can find wild blueberries, hallelujah, this cake will taste even better. I rinse the blueberries, then onto paper towel to dry, and pick away any leftover stems or leaves. Let the blueberries dry. We're gonna set them to the side. We're taking 8 eggs. They are at room temperature. Very important to give this cake some height. We're taking those 8 eggs and we're separating them, yolks to one side, whites to the other. Last thing, also important, we brought 2 sticks of butter to room temperature before we begin. Once these ingredients are all set, room temperature, separated, washed and drying, we're ready to start the cake recipe. We're gonna begin with our dry ingredients. 2 cups of unbleached all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon baking powder, half a teaspoon of salt. We're gonna sift those ingredients back and forth. I like to do this 3 times. Set the dry ingredients to the side, and now we're taking a stand mixer. I'm adding in that softened butter, whip it up for a few moments, and then we're gonna gradually add 2 cups of granulated sugar, little by little. You can stop the mixer every once in a while, take a spatula, push the butter and sugar down, then whip it up a little bit more. When the butter and sugar are light and fluffy, we're gonna add those egg yolks. Try to do it one at a time. Sometimes the yolks hold their shape, so I can drop one in, let it blend in, add another, and so forth until all of the egg yolks are added. Now comes some serious flavor for this cake. 2 teaspoons pure vanilla extract, 1 tablespoon freshly squeezed lemon juice. Love the lemon blueberry flavor combination. We're adding the zest from 1 lemon. Keep the mixer running until those ingredients are combined. Now we're gonna add our dry mix, 1/4 cup at a time. Add a little bit, blend it in, and so forth until it's fully incorporated. I then transfer that batter to a larger bowl because the next step is going to be to add whipped egg whites, and I want a little bit of elbow room. So I transfer the batter to a larger bowl. Then I have a hand mixer and I'm going to whip those egg whites. Just when you think you're done, stop and look. No, too soft. Whip some more. Those egg whites need to hold stiff peaks. Egg whites are stiff. We're now going to fold them into the batter, and it's just this kind of circular motion. Make sure you go all the way down to the bottom of the bowl. Once the egg whites are completely incorporated, we're ready to assemble the cake. Remember those blueberries? We're going to take them and toss them in a little bit of flour. Fingers crossed, this keeps those blueberries kind of suspended in the batter when it goes to bake. I have a bundt pan, lightly greased. I then floured it. Make sure you grease and flour that chimney in the center. You want this cake to come out of the pan without incident. We have our pan, we have our batter. I'm gonna add a little bit into the bottom of the pan and now sprinkle those floured blueberries just a bit. Add some more batter, add more blueberries, and go back and forth until all of the batter is in the pan. Last thing is just a sprinkle of blueberries on the top. Do not hit this pan on the counter. Instead, take it straight away to the oven. We're gonna bake for 1 hour and 20 minutes. When your timer sounds, you're ready to take the cake out of the oven, place it onto a rack or a table, allow it to cool for 20 minutes before you take a nice plate, invert it on top, invert the entire cake, and yes, the pan comes away clean and you're left with a very beautiful cake. I let mine usually cool for about half an hour or 45 minutes before I take a little bit of icing sugar, dust the top. How beautiful is this? But truly, the moment of absolute love happens when you cut into the cake, lift out this very high, beautiful blueberry studded piece onto a dessert plate. Do you have fresh whipped cream? Of course you do. We're gonna put a little dollop of whipped cream, and then hopefully you held back a few wild blueberries as garnish. My mom's blueberry cake is certainly worth the effort. Better still, it's worth a try. I can tell you again, I have enjoyed this. From the time I was a little guy to right now, every time, never disappoints. In fact, it exceeds all expectations. Hope you enjoy this wonderful family treasure from the cottage kitchen to yours. Enjoy.